Hi there, welcome to lesson 13. Now, I'm going to be narrowing this lesson into past program and source foundation. What has life experience, which is your source foundation, taught you and has made you to become? Now, when we talk about source foundation, this is something that had happened and impacted, that happened at some point and had impacted the outcome of your life later on in the future. This is also something that didn't happen, but you were aware of it and would or could have had a consequence in your life in the future. Let me use this illustration to explain it. Not even an illustration, it's a true life story. There was this young man who went to the garden one day just to have summer breeze on him. And then when he got to the garden, he sat down on the garden chair and then he felt something on his butt. He sat up and then felt it. It apparently was a butterfly or a caterpillar that he had sat on, and it had messed up his cream pant trousers. Went back home, got changed, took the trousers to the laundry. And then when he got there, he met a lady there. Dropped his pant trousers for washing. He liked the lady. And then whatever way they talked and exchanged conversation, they decided to meet for a cup of tea on one of their free days. They talked, communicated. Somehow there was this mutual like for each other. And then, long story short, they got married. And then they had some children. One of their children became such a very brilliant lawyer who ended up becoming President Nixon of the United States. Let me drag you back. This man, what if he had not gone to the garden? Would he have met that lady? If he had not met that lady, would President Nixon have been born? If he had not taken his pant trousers to the laundry, would the United States have had him, would have had President Nixon as a president? If that butterfly had not perched on that garden chair, would he have sat there and will all of those other life occurrences that, of course, has also impacted on history, will they have happened? Now, think about what life experiences have been for you. And think about how they have made life to become for you. Were there things you were directly involved in? I mean, were there things you directly created, caused, to have resulted into the effect you now have any area of your life? Were there things you were not involved in but you were aware of? But somehow, thinking back and looking back, because for the fact that you were aware of that occurrence at an unconscious level, even though you did not experience it, you were just aware. That seemed to be playing out in what life seemed to be for you today. Remember the stories I shared, my personal stories I shared with you in the last lesson. I want you to look back where you're currently at now in life. What are the limitations? What are the challenges? What are the difficulties? What are the recurring problems? What are the concerns? The issues, the challenges? Could they have been caused by you or by someone else? Now, coming to past program, this has to do with the life we lived, the experiences we had, the choices we made or were made to make at some point, long time ago. And these life experiences have now played a very important part in our subconscious, such that at an unconscious level, unknowingly, and because we don't know, that's why that keeps happening. And we think that's how life is. For a lady who is in a relationship, for instance, where she's not loved, you will realize that her closest friend is possibly also in an abusive relationship. If she has a set of friends or colleagues, they talk together, they chat and all that, one or two of those people have similar experience. Or somebody who is in debt, somebody who is struggling in life, in career, academic, or whatever aspect it is, or profession. Look at that person's network. That individual is most likely surrounded by and with people who have similar limitations. And of course, again, that's the RAS in motion. That's the RAS in action. Because the RAS will simply look for people who share your belief. It will look for situations that will align with what you're thinking about and circumstances to further buttress to you that, hey, this is how life is. This is how your life is. And this is how it will continually be. And what this course is about is to open your eyes to no, that's not how it is. What you're experiencing is based on past program or source foundation, which can be changed. That is what you're experiencing in your world. That is not how the world is. Now, we are always in a constant unconscious state of comparison due to our past program. Now, to move or to further buttress this, then we'll move from here into how can we come out of this predicament. But let me just explain this again, how we are always in a constant state of comparison. Think about this. You have 3 cars on a highway, on a motorway. Not on a motorway, on a country way. Yeah? You have a red car in front, blue and white. Sometimes when I make these illustrations, I often mix the colors up. So I'll say them again. We have red, blue, and white. Red, blue, and white. Again, red in front, blue at the middle, white at the back. Red in front is going. And then maybe the man is just, in his 60s, his wife too in her 60s, they've just retired and they're taking things easy on life. And then, just driving along the, country road and then just enjoying the cool breeze, the summer breeze and just looking around. And then they're just taking life easy. They're actually not going anywhere. They're just driving around the red car. And then you, the blue car, you're driving for an interview, a business meeting. You're in a hurry. Now, this road is a 60 mile per hour road. But this couple, you find them driving at between 45 and 50. What's going on? What's going on? And then you're looking at these elderly people. In fact, perhaps the man even places his arm out and just chilling himself out with his wife. You're in a hurry. You're in the blue car. This red car, would you move? This man, you're a moron. You're a moron. Would you move? Perhaps you're even trying to honk your car, but you're like, let me be polite. So perhaps you're not trying to flash. Could you move this thing? Could you move your car? You're a moron. In your head, you're thinking, you're a moron. And suddenly the white car just comes. And then you could literally hear the wheels of the car on the road. And then within splits of seconds, the white car honks at you. Bam, 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 he's flashing, he's honking, he's raising his arm, move this car, and then he's doing some funny things. And then you're wondering, what exactly is your problem, Mr. White Car? Can't you see the red car in front of me? Do you want me to fly over this car? Now, you are looking at the red car in front of you, you're a moron. The red car in front of you is looking at you, the blue car, you're a maniac. What's wrong with you? Where are you running to? Take life easy. And then the white car comes. Guess what? The you whom the red car calls a maniac, the white car is calling a moron. And then you, who is being regarded as a maniac and a moron, now you are referring to somebody behind you as a maniac and this as a moron. So in life, we are always in a constant state of comparison. But my question now is, what are you comparing your life with? What are you comparing your circumstance with? What are you comparing your situation with? That will tell the direction of change, the direction of progress life will likely take you to. Let's get on the exercise and the assignment, and I'll catch up with you in lesson 14. Be well.